Starting September 11th, 2026, the Cyber Resilience Act mandates that if you discover an actively exploited vulnerability in your product, you have exactly 24 hours to report it. Today, we are going to walk through exactly how to navigate that process on the ENISA Single Reporting Platform, taking a mock incident from the first alarm all the way to a closed case. To follow along, you will need two things: an active Enterprise EU login account, and the knowledge of which EU member state serves as your organization's main establishment. Mastering this platform workflow right now, while the stakes are low, ensures you can successfully meet those aggressive statutory deadlines when a real crisis hits. Step 1 is account setup. Log in to the SRP portal to initiate your user profile. Here, you must select the Assigned Representative option. Making a mistake on this screen could accidentally register you as a cybersecurity authority instead of a manufacturer. Next, select your specific CSR designated as coordinator from the drop-down menu, which is based on your home country. Getting this step right ensures your compliance data automatically routes to the correct European authorities moving forward. With the account active, let's look at Phase 1, the early warning. The 24-hour clock begins the precise moment your team confirms credible evidence of an active exploit in the wild, not when you finally finish coding the patch. On your dashboard, click Submit New Notification to generate a single, unified case record for this incident. Fill out the baseline data fields. At this stage, you do not need to provide a technical root cause or detailed remediation steps. Do not fall into the draft trap. Saving the form as a draft does not meet legal compliance. If that 24-hour mark passes and the form is still unsubmitted, you are in violation. You have to actually click Submit, which simultaneously routes the alert to ENISA and your designated CSRT. This phase is built entirely for speed. It functions as an operational flare, alerting the EU to a live threat before it can spread across the market. That brings us to Phase 2. The 72-hour vulnerability notification. Keep in mind, this 72-hour window runs concurrently alongside your first 24-hour clock, starting from your initial awareness of the exploit. To make this update, you must reopen your exact same case record on the dashboard. Do not create a new notification, as that splits your compliance record. Once you are inside the original case file, simply navigate over to the 72-hour notification tab. This checklist outlines the substantive technical data you now need to provide. You'll need to fill in Step 2, Exploit Mechanics, Step 3, your initial risk assessment, and Step 4, the manufacturer mitigations you are actively developing. Completing this form on the SRP handles your regulatory duty, but under CRA Article 14, you also have a parallel obligation to notify your affected customers directly without undue delay. Providing this substantive update gives European authorities the precise technical context they need to evaluate wider ecosystem risks and coordinate cross-border defenses. Finally, we reach Phase 3, the final report. This 14-day countdown only begins once you have made a corrective measure, a security patch, or an official workaround available to your users. Log back into the platform, locate that exact same case record from the previous phases, and click into the Final Report tab. Here, you provide the post-remediation data that closes the loop. This includes specific CVE identifiers, patch release dates, and metrics on the real-world impact observed across your user base. You will also need to document the preventative architectural or procedural measures your engineering team took to ensure this specific failure doesn't happen again. Submit the final report, and the case file will permanently freeze. This action transitions your workflow out of live emergency response, locking it into a historical record that the EU will use for ongoing market surveillance. Looking at your dashboard now, that case file sits in a permanent read-only state. You have successfully navigated the entire statutory reporting lifecycle required by the CRA. The technical workflow is straightforward, but internal coordination takes practice. Start testing your communication channels today, so you aren't scrambling in 2026 to figure out who actually has the authority to hit the submit button. Managing CRA obligations across an entire product portfolio is a complex, systemic challenge. To automate security by design, check out product risk and compliance tools like SAMI, using the link in the description below.